What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Friday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault, and you guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. This podcast, every single morning, being brought to you by our friends at OmahaSteaks.com. The promo code is JUICE. If we are making you money, maybe it's time to order the meat. I don't know. Go to OmahaSteaks.com. Juice in the search bar gets you $30 off your order. The semi-annual sale going on right now, that's 50% off all the packages that are there at OmahaSteaks.com. It'll be delivered directly to your door in a very cool frozen package. It's this cool cooler. It's reusable. Everything's in boxes. It's all really convenient, easy, right in the freezer. When you need it, it's there. Go get it. Eat well. This November, with the promo code JUICE, $30 off. Minimum purchase may be required. 100% money back guarantee for you at OmahaSteaks.com. Promo code JUICE. Okay, so we've won back almost everything we lost in October during that cold stretch. These are the good times. We're going to appreciate this when you go 3-1, 4 straight days. That's really good. 4 bets, 12-4. Record for the week. We're up nearly 8 units on the week. So when this happens, a couple of new things pop up. First, a lot of new listeners. Hi. A lot of new viewers. What's up? Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts for the audio. Give us some love if you like what you're seeing and hearing from us here during this week. The other thing is that a lot of you guys have taken my advice and you joined the Discord channel, which I really appreciate, bettingpros.com/chat. However, some of you guys are in there and you don't know why you're in there, and you don't know where the plays are coming from, and you don't know. One guy asked me tonight when I posted the Twitter recap this. He said, "Oh man, why didn't you tell me before these games tonight?" And I went, "How did you find your way into this Discord channel? Huh? You're in the Daily Juice channel on the Discord for Betting Pros, and yet you're talking to me and you don't know where my plays are." I get it. You're new. This is what happens when we're hot. Somebody probably said, "Hey, go join that Discord server. It's free. That kid's hot." All right, or guy. I'm a 46-year-old guy, but go follow that guy. Okay, I get it. It's a good week. And people want to trail when you're hot and they want to get on board. It's going to end at some point, okay? It just does. But in the meantime, if you have been with us and I've made you some money, go buy a hat. Daily Juice hats. There's 2 of them. It's very cool. BettingPros.com/shop is the link. BettingPros.com/shop. Go buy a hoodie. Go buy a t-shirt. Go buy a hat. Great way of supporting the podcast. If I'm making you money, people always say, "Oh, Matt, can I give you a tip or something?" No. I don't want a tip. This is a free podcast. It's free every single day. You do with the information what you want, but if you would like to support the podcast, if you would like to grow the audience and advertise for us, great way of doing that is with a t-shirt, sweatshirt, or hat, or coffee mug, by the way. That coffee mug, I use it every week. The coffee mug's awesome. It's big. It's heavy. It's nice. It's a good coffee mug that's on there. BettingPros.com/shop. Okay, so the only bet I got wrong last night was, I got cute. Tried to play the over. Under comes in. We're now 23-7 on the year to primetime unders. Monday, Sunday, I think you bet under. I mean, both those games, I'd be stunned. I'll bet on the under on the Monday night game. On the Sunday night game, I'll be on the under for sure. I was planning on betting over, under. Under came in on Thursday. I mean, my goodness gracious. That game was hard to watch, but I watched a lot of it. But, the Vegas hangover trend continues. Over 4-3 win for the Pens up against the Kings. Edmonton is god-awful, by the way. And I mean awful. More on that here in just 1 second. I got a little bit frisky with hockey last night, and I ended up only up a little bit because I bet I bet the Sharks. I bet on Edmonton on the puck line pre. I bet the over pre. I came back with a little bit on the Sharks after they went up 1-0. I bet them a little bit, but not a lot. And what else did I bet? Oh, the Avalanche. I bet the Avalanche on the puck line. That didn't come in. They lost. So, The podcast did very well last night, the official plays. My personal plays didn't do very well. I wound up, but not a lot, only a little bit. Wound up being up because I got aggressive with hockey. So kind of bad move on me. But, fortunately, the over for the Penguins and the Kings, that game did come in. We got, what else did we get right last night? We got the Rangers money line that hit last night. That was nice. And, the basketball. How about that? 243.5. We got the basketball right with the Bucks and the Pacers. So that was good. So we got an NBA bet right. So 3-1 last night. Let's get to today. 4 bets, 4 sports. I like this. This is fun. I'm just finding my favorite play of the day on the sport and then putting it official on the podcast. There's going to be other plays I'm going to make. Like, have you seen what Vegas is against San Jose? They've won 2 games in a row. They're going to Vegas. They won 2 games at home. They're playing here on Friday night. They're going to get killed. All right? Vegas, I think, will take care of them. I like the under in the game. I like Vegas on the puck line in the game, but I'm not making it official, okay? The official play for hockey is going to be taking the Sabres on the money line to fade the Wild. Why? Gustafson's in net. Now, the goalies got flipped on us in the Wild and the Rangers, and the Rangers still won. So we got fortunate there. It was Fleury jumped in, but I'm going to go back to the handicap from last night, and this time it's a back-to-back, even more difficult, against the Buffalo Sabres, who are starting a guy who I'm not entirely in love with. I don't mind it, but I don't love it, with Devon Levy, who's going. But at home, Buffalo has been good. Buffalo has scored. I lean towards the under in this game, which is amazingly enough because 6-1 Buffalo at home to the under. But the problem is it's Gustafson, who I think will give up a bunch of goals. So rather than betting on the under, the number is really short. I was actually stunned to see the number. It's minus 115 is what I got for a money line bet here on the Buffalo Sabres at home against the Wild. They have gone 1-2 over their last 3 games. They lost their last home game to the Flyers 5-1. They beat the Maple Leafs on the road 6-4. Lost to the Hurricanes on the road 3-2. Lost it in overtime. But this Sabres team is young. It's scrappy. They're 6-1 on the year. And the Wild I don't think the Wild are any good. I mean, they're 2-4-1 on the road. They got beat last night. Sabres are 3-4 at home, and I just think we've got the better goaltender. I think we have the better team, and it's a short price. I mean, I think minus 115 is too good to pass up here. Buffalo Sabres, much like last night with the Rangers being minus 128, that thing closed at 110. It's amazing. Tons of money came in on the Wild last night against the Rangers. Maybe the same thing happens. You guys get a better price. Who knows? Maybe the Sabres go off as home dogs. I'm taking Buffalo. Sabres money line minus 115 for 1.1 units. All right, let's go to college football here in Las Vegas. Not only is there a hockey game you can bet on with the Golden Knights taking on the San Jose Sharks, they're minus 450 favorites. Was that the number I saw last time for that game? It's ridiculous. But anyways, UNLV is playing at home up against Wyoming. Let's go. I may go. I may be there. Number's 5. Certain books are at 5.5 already, but some books are at 5. I got it at 5 last night. UNLV is 8-1 ATS on the year. They're at home against Wyoming, who is 5-3-1 on the year ATS, but they're 0-3 straight up on the road this year. Wyoming lost to Texas on the road. They covered, but they lost. They lost to Air Force on the road. They covered, but they lost. They lost to Boise on the road. They did not cover. 4.5-point dogs. They lost by 25. At home, they're undefeated. On the road, they're 0-3. Just a different team. Wyoming can't stop the run. What does UNLV do? They run the ball a ton. One of the best rushing offenses in the entire country. It's bizarre. No one knows what to describe this offense, what to call it. It's not like a run and shoot for UNLV. It's a different type of offense. It is a really neat offense to watch in motion with big plays all over the place. I just can't get past the 8-1 mark for UNLV. They're laying 5 at home. People are paying attention. The student body is getting really excited about this team as to what they might be able to accomplish. Yeah, they lost to Wyoming. Yes, they lost to Fresno State. They have 2 straight-up losses on their schedule. But this team is going to make noise. Barry Odom, I'm buying in on Barry Odom, the head coach. I like Craig Bull. I like what he's done at Wyoming. They're a good team at home. This is in a dome. This is in the desert. This is a team that's been phenomenal ATS. I'm laying the 5 points. UNLV at home, 1.1 units up against Wyoming here, laying less than a touchdown here. Hopefully it doesn't go up too much higher. I would say play it to 6. Don't go over 6 because of overtime rules, but I think up to 6, I think you're safe. I laid 5. DraftKings had us at -5. UNLV, 1.1 units at home, -5 up against Wyoming. Let's stay in the college ranks. Let's talk about the biggest game of the night. Arizona is at Duke. Look, it's early. We don't know a lot about these teams, okay? We don't know who they are. We don't know what they're about. This is a monster matchup between two top 10 teams, and it's at Cameron. The quick knee-jerk reaction is going to be, take Duke. I'll take Duke. Take Duke. Take Cameron. KenPom has this as a 3-point win for Duke. The number is 5.5. Now, hopefully you guys can get 6. Hopefully this goes up because I would have rather had it at 6, but I don't mind it at 5.5. Why? Not that KenPom is always right, okay? But I'm surprised. The books, in particular, early in the season, the books tend to be within a half a point or so of KenPom's projections. So to see this as a 3-point margin and to see the number at 5.5 tells me that there's a Duke tax going on here. That there's going to be, that there's a Laker tax, there's a Duke tax that the books tend to shade because they know what the public is going to bet. They're going to bet Duke. Arizona's for real. And I think this is going to be a really fun basketball game. I think Arizona can win the game outright. I think Arizona is going to be a problem for a lot of teams, and they could be a national championship contender. It's one of the teams we'll be watching to see their numbers about national championship stuff. So, to me, I think 5.5 points is too heavy, and I'm going to take the dog here. I think Duke can win the game, but everyone's going to be watching this. I'm taking the 5.5. Arizona plus 5.5 on the road at Duke. Game of the night in college basketball. This is going to be a barn burner on ESPN2 to watch. Can't wait to see this one. Arizona plus 5.5, 1.1 units on the road at Duke. And then finally to the NBA. And I don't really understand this number, to be completely honest with you. So the Sacramento Kings in the play-in tournament are hosting Oklahoma City. Now, Sacramento has been really struggling. They haven't covered in the last 3 games. This is the last game of the night. 10 o'clock Eastern time start. OKC is 2-0 on the road. Kings are 2-1. OKC is catching 2.5 points here. Sacramento just beat Portland 121-118 in overtime at home. Portland's not good. They lost 3 straight games on the road at Golden State and at Houston twice. The Thunder are coming off back-to-back wins at home against Atlanta and against Cleveland. Really impressive wins. They covered against Golden State. They scored 139 points at home against Golden State. They lost the game 141-139. Since De'Aaron Fox got hurt with the ankle injury, the Kings aren't the same. With him, they're tremendous. Without him, they're just not that good. Look, they're at home, and you go, well, Matt, the record at home, they're 2-1. They've beaten the Lakers, and they've beaten Portland. But, okay, the Lakers, they had Fox. Against Portland, they did not. They're not going to have him here tonight. SGA has played tremendously well, averaging over 28 points here for Oklahoma City. He had a 43-point game last time out up against Cleveland. I think the Thunder win the game outright. I think OKC goes in there and wins over the Kings, just where they are and how they're leaking oil right now. I'll take a streaking Thunder team on the road at Sacramento. We're not lighting the beam tonight, guys, but I'm taking the points. Plus 2.5 Oklahoma City, 1.1 units. I'm taking the Thunder on the road, catching points at plus 2.5. All right. 4 bets on a Friday. This is a bit more on the, I don't normally go this heavy, but we're up, nearly 8 units on the week. 12-4 record. We're going Sabres money line, minus 115. Arizona, let me read it in order here. Sabres money line, minus 115. UNLV minus 5, minus 110. Arizona plus 5.5, minus 110. OKC plus 2.5, minus 110. That 4 units, 4.45 units in play for us here on a Friday as we head towards a monster Saturday with so many games to bet and so many games to get into. Sunday's cards got some good games on Sunday for the NFL as well. So let's see what we can do here. 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 12-4 record. Let's see if we can pull another 3-1 mark here and keep the ball rolling in the right direction here on a Friday. My name is Matt Perrault. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, at Sports Talk Matt on the Discord channel, at Sports Talk Matt on all socials to follow me. This podcast, the Daily Juice Podcast, every single morning, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.